Busy weekend that just passed, but let's dive straight into the events. Starting off in Lebanon, where yesterday it was the funeral of late Secretary General of Hezbollah Saeed Hassan Nasrallah, as well as Hashim Safieddine, former head of Hezbollah's executive council, who was assassinated just a week after Nasrallah. Saeed Nasrallah was the leader of Hezbollah from 1992 till his martyrdom in September of last year. And the funeral yesterday was a display of strength and unity amongst the Lebanese people. And it was reported that at least 1.4 million people were in attendance, making it one of the largest funerals in recent Lebanese history. Despite the obstacles preventing foreigners from attending the funeral, it is reported that over 300,000 people came from various Arab nations, including Iraq, Iran, Yemen, Bahrain, and others. There was even a flag of Ireland spotted in attendance. Unfortunately, the cowards of Tel Aviv did their best to disrupt the funeral proceedings. It was reported that there were airstrikes in southern Lebanon as people were making their way to the funeral, as well as Israeli fighter jets flying very low over the stadium where the funeral was taking place as a way to intimidate mourners, but that had the opposite effect. Staying now in the Middle East. Over the weekend, Hamas released 6 Israeli prisoners in exchange for more than 600 Palestinians held in Israeli captivity. Videos of the exchange deals have always been shown by mainstream media. However, there was one video I noticed that they didn't show over the weekend. This is it.
نتابع معك الذين تم تسليمهم 24 أسيرا وبقي قيدا على قيد الحياة وبقي أسير واحد ليكون العدد 25 وانتظر أن تستكمل عملية تسليم جثامين 4 من الإسرائيليين أيضا خلال الأيام القادمة.
An Israeli prisoner and soldier, Omer Shem Tov, kissing the forehead of 2 Hamas fighters as a sign of deep respect. It is reported that Hebrew media is asking channels to suppress the video from being shared, and Netanyahu, in response to the video, has decided to delay the release of the 600 Palestinians that was supposed to be released last weekend, until Hamas promised not to hold any more provocative ceremonies. He is punishing the Palestinians for the voluntary gesture of one of his own soldiers. Anybody can see from the video that his actions were not forced and that he did it out of his own will. Now, the Israeli security agency Shin Bet has arrested 3 Israelis on suspicion of being involved in the bus bombings that rocked South Tel Aviv last week Thursday. Here is one of the Israelis arrested. This hasn't stopped the military operation in the West Bank ordered by Bibi Netanyahu in response to the bombings last week, which has since resulted in the murder of an 11-year-old boy after soldiers opened fire on his family in Hebron, located in the West Bank. On the same day as that, a 13-year-old girl was shot 5 times in the back after she was in her family's courtyard just minding her own business. Of today in the war in Ukraine. Today, it has been 3 years since the Russian army crossed the border into Ukraine, but don't worry, I doubt that it will head into its 4th. After 3 years, the Americans are done with Ukraine and will likely abandon them just like they did Afghanistan. But the warmongering European leaders insist on continuing this war until the very last Ukrainian. Instead of going along with Donald Trump and his peace efforts, they are opting to rather increase sanctions on Russia and continue military aid to Kyiv. Zelensky, of course, is going along with it, and the forced mobilization of Ukrainians continue until the very last one of them. Load shedding is unfortunately back for now, and it seems we can never escape it in South Africa. It might affect my posting for this week, but I'll try to keep to the normal posting schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But good luck, South Africans. Hopefully it'll be over soon. We're used to it by now. Signing off.